Hello, folks. How are things going this evening? Thanks for bearing with me while I just set up a few things, get everything nice and ready. Thanks for joining me this early. I think I've got everything sorted. Okay. Here's that blue chicken that we made yesterday. It's starting to grow on me. I'm still not crazy about its mouth, but I think it's growing on me. All right, well, hello. It is Saturday, and it's been a really nice day out here. Had some yard work done this morning. My son went to track practice. I had a nice nap. So it's been a pretty productive day so far. I'm thinking I'll be here for probably about an hour. And my plan is to, at the very least, continue working on the Monstera vine backdrop, which reminds me I should probably paste that link. Okay, let's go find it. I did some playing around with my computer and my system this morning. Changed some login details, so I'm trying to get through a new Google setup. Okay, Monstera, plant, pattern, link. There we go. And let's get that pinned up. Okay. And that picture that's in it is hopefully what it'll look like when it's done. So what I'm working on now is the first part of the pattern, which is the plant pot. I'm using good old Red Heart Super Saver in the color buff. And I'm using a 3mm needle. The tunes playing in the background are my usual Solace Crossing lo-fi music. And if you hear movie in the background, my wife is watching Ratatouille in the other room. My son is chilling in his. So it's a pretty quiet night in the SJ Crochet household. Great. So we left off on starting row 7, and I probably should bring up the pattern on my computer so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, Monstera pattern, where did you go? Oh, excuse me. And again, oh my goodness. Okay. Well, this is the problem with switching logins, is that nothing is saved on my current login. So you have to just sneak back into eBay. Not eBay, Etsy. Oh my goodness. Go to my purchases. And download it again. Okay. So this part of the pattern is pretty simple. It's just a pot with straight sides. So I'm on just basic increases right now. And with row 7, it's 5 stitches in between each increase. Okay. Apologies, I'm still getting kind of set up. I'm still getting used to this whole being a streamer thing and making sure everything's ready ahead of time. It's not a talent I've developed yet. Okay, and how's my crochet cam looking? Let me get that all pretty and lined up right. Oh, you can see the edge of my computer. Hi guys. That's just where my arms are falling today, so that's just where it's going to be. That works. Okay, so if I go up. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. Let's see. get this pattern in the corner so I can see your beautiful numbers. Okay, let's do this. 5 singles and then an increase. 1, 2, 3. Oop, that was definitely not 3. 3, 4, 5, and then an increase. So you're fine to lurk. I'm not going to call you out. I'm not going to beg for chats. I'm a lurker too when it gets down to it. What I would be grateful for if you could just give me a follow. I'm working towards that affiliate, towards that 25. I hit my goal of 10. So any other follows you can throw my way would be really helpful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and an increase. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then an increase. Ooh. And you know what I forgot to do? Mark where I started. I've done 2 increases though, so increase. This is my corner right there. Okay, that's better. Drink of choice this evening is the leftovers of a iced coffee. Probably gonna need to get another one in the next little bit. All right, let's do that. So before I came online, I watched a couple episodes of Testers, which is the Handmaid's Tale spinoff. I really enjoyed it. I really liked Handmaid's Tale. Yeah, it is a bit too close to home sometimes, but it's good cinema. So I'm not completely caught up. I still have one more episode before I'm caught up with everything. The one I just watched is when the Pearl Girl gets caught out. They'll give me these spoilers out. 3, 4, 5. All right, give me some more yarn here. Try it again, make sure my hands are in the shop. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and an increase, and that'll be it for increases. Ooh, lost it. Increase time. Increase. Okay, that is that. Where'd my pen go? Here we are. Row 7 is done. This is what my book looks like. What I tend to do is write down the total number of rows for the pattern or the portion of the pattern that I'm on, and then just cross off the numbers as and when I finish. So that's what I did today. And I probably should edit the stream intro. Alright, Crochet Saturday. We are working on the Monstera plan. Crochet. go. That's better. Now my stream info isn't updated. Okay. And I'm also streaming on YouTube Live today, but that's not caught on yet. So I'm still working on that. All right, row 8. What's row 8 look like, guys? Back loops only. Okay, so it's a back loop only increase. Ooh, this is going to be tough because I've been crocheting this kind of tight. Okay, so let's mark my last stitch. So we know that's where I'm ending. I lose count. So back loops only with a 6 and then 1 increase. All right, let's do this. 1, 2, and that came out. I probably should lock it. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And let's increase starting. And then 1 increase back loop only. Okay. I was just double checking to see if the increases were also back loop only, and they are. All right, let's do another set of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then an increase. You know your increases are going right when it starts to look like a hexagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then an increase. Okay. Another 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Oh, itchy ears. And then a double crochet increase. Sorry, single crochet increase. And then another 6 back loops only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then an increase. 1, 2, and then another set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then an increase. You can hear my bird being very noisy. Okay, so that is row 8 done. 48 single crochets, back loops only. Oh, so we're just doing back loops only all the way around. Lovely jubbly. Okay. My bird is going a bit. Well, let me go check up on that bird to make sure that she's okay. And I've tried myself another drink. Drink of choice number 2 will be yellow Gatorade. Okay, let's get back to this thing. So we are doing back loops only, single crochet all the way around. Oh, it's a bit sticky tonight. Okay. So yesterday after work, I went to Michael's because I had I had a good chunk left from a birthday gift card, and I had a coupon, and I had my teacher's discount. So I grabbed another skein of that burnout blanket, the blue though, that I made the chicken out of. And I got another set of really fat yarn that I'm using for a hands knitting project, which I probably should get back to tackling at some point. But I really want this Monstera plant so I can hang it on the wall behind me. You guys can kind of like see it there. But it seems like a very quiet evening in this house, in Twitchland. I was watching some streams earlier for video games, so I was watching a Stardew stream for a bit, and I ended up watching a Final Fantasy V stream, which is the Final Fantasy that I seem to always return to playing when I get in that kind of mode. I don't know what about it. Part of it's nostalgia, part of it's just we know the game out of the best out of the Final Fantasies that I've played. So that was fun for a bit. I had kind of that going on in the background while I was sorting out my computer. I ended up making my own Chromebook Google login for all my streaming stuff because technically I was doing it off of my work account login. And that probably wasn't a good idea. So I've migrated everything over to a standalone login for my little Chromebook here. The only downside is that I have a lot of pictures and stuff on my work one, but that's easy enough to share between Google Drives and stuff like that. But yeah, tonight we're just having a nice, quiet evening. Okay, I think when I finish this row, I'm going to do some quick posts in my Discord to let folks know that I'm here. And then we'll tackle row 10 of this little baby. Okay. I do have a plan eventually to get something that I can run OBS on, because you can't run OBS on a Chromebook. Oh, and you lost me. What's going on here? There. That's weird. All right, let's try to sort this out. Oh dear. Right. I think I'm going to have to log off and deal with this tech issue.